Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is Game 5, the deciding game of the American League Division Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians, live from Fenway Park, and we have got a fantastic game coming for you here. 20-game winner Bill Monboquette gets the call for the Red Sox here in the decisive Game 5. They are skipping Cy Young to pitch Bill Monboquette. Monboquette got 20 wins pitching out of the 5 slot for this Red Sox rotation. But he was terrific. He didn't just get those wins based on run support. 3.32 earned run average during the year. He is a contact pitcher. He will not walk many. He's not going to strike many out. Going for the Indians, Sam McDowell. McDowell gets brought back to pitch this one. George Uhl, who had a better season than McDowell, but got racked around in Game 2, will not get the start here. They turn to McDowell. McDowell, a terrific job in Game 1, 7 1/3. He gave up the 3 runs in that 8th inning, but up until that point, he was exceptional. If Sam McDowell has his control, McDowell is very hard to deal with. Harry Bay steps in to start things off for the Indians against Monboquette. I thank you as always for joining me here. Dwayne March, Beatles eternally in the crowd. First pitch from Monboquette, a fastball misses up high. This is the last postseason spot, I should say the last League Championship Series spot to be decided. Ground ball to short. Charge throw to first. The speedy Bay gets down the line quickly, but Valentin throws him out, and there's one away. Here you see the Indians lineup: Bay, Chapman, Manny Ramirez, Tommy, Lajoie, Jose Ramirez, Brantley, Victor Martinez, Andres Jimenez. Indians have hit 7 home runs in the 4 games in this series. Here's Ray Chapman, who had the biggest one of them all, the walk-off 10th inning home run in Game 3. Hits this one down to first. Joe Harris takes it to the bag himself, and there are quickly 2 down here in the first. That brings up Manny Ramirez. Manny, 286 in the series, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. Monboquette starts him off with a curveball down in the dirt. He takes it for ball 1. There's a shot on the outside corner. Manny pulls it foul. Count is level. Sports Time Machine has joined us. How are you, sir? Look forward to checking out your game. I probably won't get to watch the rest of that game. I was in there for a bit, but then work called. So I'll have to go check out your broadcast from earlier tonight, sometime tomorrow morning. So Manny lines up base hit in the center. He's swinging a good bat this last couple games. He's had a good series as long as he hasn't faced Pedro Martinez. So in comes Jim Thome. Thome 200 in the series. Big 2-run home run in the Indians' Game 1 victory. Indians won Game 1. Red Sox won Game 2. Indians won Game 3, coming back from a 4-1 deficit. Andres Jimenez ties it late. Ray Chapman wins it with the walk-off in the 10th. But the Red Sox got a terrific 3 days rest performance from Pedro Martinez in Game 4. And the offense broke out to get us to this point. 1-2 count as Monboquette works to Thome. Down in the zone, ground ball to second. Dorr has it. Throws to first, and the side is retired. So Ramirez is single. Goes for naught. Indians have turned aside here in the first. Red Sox coming up. Betts, DiMaggio, and Williams for the Sox. Here, Game 5, the American League Division Series. So here you see Sam McDowell. McDowell gave up 3 runs in 7 1/3, but his performance was better than that. A couple of those hits and a couple of those walks all happened in that 8th inning. He was terrific. in that Game 1 start. Now he faces Mookie Betts to start things off here in Game 5. Slider in there for a called strike. This one looping pop to second. Lajoie is there, puts it away, and there's one down.
Batting second, the center fielder, Dom DiMaggio.
You see the Red Sox lineup: Betts, Dom DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Reggie Smith, Joe Harris, Bobby Doerr, Jimmy Collins, John Valentin, Jason Varitek. Round out your Sox lineup. So in steps Dom DiMaggio. DiMaggio getting the start against the lefty. Jacoby Ellsbury playing against righties. DiMaggio called up during the regular season to replace Ellsbury, who struggled mightily, was sent down to the minors, but now they're both on the postseason roster. Fly ball to right. Coming on is Brantley. He'll get there. Puts it away for out number 2.
Batting third, the left fielder.
So McDowell's retired the first 2 to face him, and now here's Ted Williams. Williams .333 in the series. McDowell rocks and fires. First pitch fastball misses up and in for ball 1. Slider in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Nathaniel has joined us. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Fastball high and outside. Called a strike just on the corner. Williams didn't love that call. Pitch track said it was a strike. Ted Williams said it wasn't. Decide who you believe. Fastball away from McDowell. Count goes to 2-2. Slider, and he gets Williams. Swung on and missed, so McDowell, with as good a first inning as he could have asked for, goes 1-2-3, and economically so. First inning uneventful. We head to the second. Cleveland and Boston are scoreless. Sports Time Machine notes, that's greatest team football streams. I'll be getting back to the Legend Sports Universe Football League once the World Series is over here. I'm just kind of focusing on getting through the playoffs here, and then I'm kind of bang out the football, because football season can be so short. I basically do one game of the week for each week of the season. This one's hit deep to left, way back. It's off the top of the wall, off the monster. Williams gets it in, plays it well, and it's only going to be a single. But Napoleon Lajoie cranks one off the green monster. It's a lead-off base hit here in the second. And here's Jose Ramirez. Lajoie did not miss a home run by much there. The 1-0 count here to Ramirez. Fastball in there for a called strike. Pitch from Monboquette. Ramirez swings and misses at the fastball on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-2. Now, Lajoie started off the season really poorly, and then he had a 23-game hitting streak. Shortly after that ended, he ended up getting injured and missed about 6 weeks. Picked it up after he came back, though, ended up with a solid season. Lajoie figures to be one of the better players in this league as it evolves. Here's Michael Brantley after Ramirez flied out. Dan Burke has joined us. Hello, Dan. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you, sir. Will not spoil the result of it, although a bunch of you did see it. But Earlier on today, did a broadcast Game 5 of the National League Division Series. The Expos trying to pull off the upset of the St. Louis Cardinals. So if you missed that game, go ahead and check that one out. Throw over to first. Lajoie dives back in. Monboquette sets. And delivers. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Here's the delivery. Comes inside. Brantley hits it hard on the ground to Harris. Harris to Valentin. Back to Harris. 3-6-3 double play. And the side is retired. So the Indians get a runner on, but don't do anything with it again. Nicely turned by it there, Harris and Valentin. We head to the bottom of the second. Cleveland and Boston still scoreless. So here's Reggie Smith to face Sam McDowell. McDowell only needed 9 pitches to get through the first. Smith batting .353 in the series with 3 runs batted in. Continuing what was an outstanding season for him. First pitch from McDowell, fastball misses down and in. Reggie Smith drove in 118 runs during the regular season. Fastball there, a called strike. Again, the Red Sox, one of only 300 win teams in the FSBL this year. The A's won 111. The Giants won 109. The Red Sox won 105. The Yankees won 99 games and still finished 6 games out. Hanging curveball there. McDowell got away with that one. Smith pulls it foul. Count still 1-2. McDowell rocks and fires. Fly ball slicing away to right. On the run, Brantley. Nice play, Michael Brantley in the corner. By the pesky pole. That's a difficult area to navigate. Brantley does a fine job, and there's one away. Here's Joe Harris. 235 with a home run. He had a big home run in Game 4. His 3-run shot blew that game open. This one has the height, but not the distance. Up the chute, Ray Chapman puts it away for out number 2.
Batting 6, the second baseman, Bobby Dorman.
Both teams seem to be approaching this with a bit of anxiety and nerves at the plate. Everybody a bit eager. Here's Bobby Dorr. Dorr .313 in the series. Couple of dingers. Fastball misses up high. Nathaniel asks, how much energy do I have? That depends on the day, sir. That depends on the day. But I love doing this, man. I mean, if I have time to do it, I'm glad to do it. Popped up there. Jose Ramirez puts the squeeze on it, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for McDowell. McDowell looks sharp. We head to the top of the third. Cleveland and Boston still tied. So Victor Martinez steps in for the Indians to lead off the third against Bill Monboquette. Martinez 286 in the series. Fastball in there for a called strike. Martinez was an all-star this year. Shoots this one down the left field line and foul. Another high fastball. That one's pulled foul. Oh, 0-2 the count. Down in the dirt. Count goes 1-2. Fastball. Oh, that's a good pitch by Monboquette. Just misses inside. 2-2 the count. Although I appreciate it, Nathaniel. Like I said, you know, my routine is, for one thing, I work nights. So basically I get up in the morning, I run my son's this fly ball out to left. Williams comes on, gets there. Nice job, Ted Williams. Got a good break on that. You know, I run my son to driver's ed now. It'll be school once school starts up. My youngest son, my other two are in college. But, you know, go to the gym, go to the store, do whatever other errands I have to do. And then after that, I come home, I take care of whatever I have to do around the house, take my dog for a nice long walk, and then after that, the time between then and when I go to work is time for, me to just kind of chill out. And my time after work is time for me to chill out too. So if I can get broadcast or whatever done for the channel in that, that's how I most like to spend my time. I love this. I love getting back into this hobby. I love doing these broadcasts. Fills a void. I'm in journalism now, but I originally intended to go to college for broadcasting. I went to college. I was actually playing baseball and hurt my arm. I wasn't going to be like major leaguer or anything like that, so I definitely don't want to make it sound like that, but it would have helped me play in college for a few years. And after I hurt my arm, I kind of went into a little bit of I just need some time off thing, and I went and I took a semester off, and then I transferred just for a fresh start. And when I transferred, this Monboquette gets Andres Jimenez to swing and miss for the strikeout, 2 down here in the third. Order rolls over. Here's Harry Bay. Bay grounded out his first time up. And then when I transferred, the year I transferred, that school cut their broadcasting program to fund the football teams jump to Division I. So broadcasting was one of the programs that got cut. And at that point, I wasn't transferring again, so I just ended up in journalism. But broadcasting was always a love of mine, so this kind of lets me have that outlet that I didn't get to do in quote unquote real life. Ground ball to short. Valentin throws Bay out, and we've got a pitcher's duel brewing here. Midway through the third, Indians and Red Sox scoreless. Game 5. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Here's Jimmy Collins, 375 in the series. He's got an RBI as well. Sam McDowell has only needed 17 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. High fastball popped up. You can see the wind. Looks like it's drifting a little bit to right. Lajoie puts the squeeze on that one, and there's one away. So here's John Valentin. Valentin has had a good but odd series. Batting .429, he made a base-running blunder that was a huge factor in the Game 1 loss. He then came back in Game 2 and hit the tie-breaking home run in the 7th, 2-run shot that gave the Red Sox the lead when they went on to win Game 2. Overall, .429 in the series. He's behind McDowell 0-2 here. Martinez sets up inside. McDowell puts a slider at the shoe tops. This is for ball 1. McDowell deals. That curveball misses well outside. 2-2 the count. Rocks and fires. Fastball there, fouled off. That was a good pitch on the outside corner. Valentin protecting to get a piece of it. There's the pitch. Change up, misses down and in. Count goes full. Slider misses inside. So McDowell loses Valentin there. Sports Time Machine notices, I'm guessing Valentin is looking over his shoulder at AAA with a guy named Nomar. Yeah, Nomar is obviously in the 100-player pool, but at a minimum, but Valentin will have at least one more year before he has to see it. I don't know when Nomar will come through the pike for the Red Sox by the nature of how I do this, but once Nomar comes, Valentin will probably be sent packing somewhere. Transferred 3 different colleges. Hey, Nathaniel, you know what, man? I credit you for that. Yeah, that's a process and a half, man. Todd B has joined us. How are you, Todd? Nice change up there. Baratek well out in front of it. Count goes to 0-2. Fastball misses inside. Well, Todd, right now your starter is looking great. Monboquette is too, but McDowell's looked sharp. The walk he just issued to Valentin notwithstanding. Fastball there, misses just down low, counts 2-2. Fastball misses up high. So McDowell's scuffling a little bit at the moment. He's got Mookie Betts on deck. Does not want to get into a bad situation with Betts. Full count to Varitek. Runner on first, 1 out. Popped up, shallow center. Lajoie goes out. He's under it. Puts it away for out number 2. So now, at least he doesn't have the runner in scoring position to face Betts. Betts lined out in the first. There's a bunch of you watching. Greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. If you are watching this and you are new to what I'm doing here at the Legend Sports Universe, first of all, thank you for checking in. You'll hear me referencing stuff that people are saying in the chat and stuff like that. The chat is for subscribers only. That's not snobbery or anything like that. That's just to keep... As Betts lines one down the right field line. Into the corner, Brantley digs it out. Gets the throw in. Runner will hold at third. So second and third, Red Sox may have something brewing here. Betts goes the other way. Brantley handles that corner well for the second straight time. Good work there by Brantley. Valentin does not run great. So now it's up Dom DiMaggio. Well, Fisk isn't on it yet. Fisk hasn't come through the pipeline yet. So he's in the remaining 60 player pool. He'll come in a future draft. But as far as the subscribers go, if you want to be part of the chat, you just have to subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe for 5 minutes, you'll be able to chat. Again, I just keep people out of that. I just make it subscribers only, just to basically keep like the porn and the spam bots out of the live chat. That's the only reason I do that. So if you subscribe, you can feel free to jump on and talk with a really cool group of people. I've been very fortunate to have check out my stuff here. 1-1 count. McDowell working to Dom DiMaggio. High slider, doesn't get the call. There you go. Sports Time Machine, good stuff. Red Sox faithful trying to will in a run here. Ted Williams waits on deck. 3-1 count to Dom DiMaggio. Fastball misses up high, ball 4. So McDowell walks his second batter of the inning. And now he'll have to face Ted Williams. Struck Williams out the first time up. That's no easy task. But the bases are loaded for the Splendid Splinter. A huge point in this game at the risk of stating the obvious. First pitch fastball in there for a strike. Yes, I got an alert from work actually about the David Robertson deal after the Mets game, which finally started after its stupid rain delay. Big curveball there. Williams lays off. Fastball from McDowell. Fouled off. I'll answer your question between innings, Nathaniel. I did see it. This is a big at bat. I don't want to give a half-assed call. McDowell looks in. Delivers to Williams. Williams fouls it off to hang tough. Count stays at 1-2. McDowell breezed through the first 2 innings. A little bit of a scuffle here in the third. Martinez sets up low. McDowell throws high and misses with it. A count goes to 2-2. Pitch from McDowell there, and he gets Williams again. McDowell slings a fastball outside. Williams chases it. And Sam McDowell with a huge strikeout. If that's not going to build your momentum, I don't know what will. Fans Williams with the bases juiced. Top of the fourth, we're still scoreless. So Monboquette to face Ray Chapman. So what do you ask, Nathaniel? Yes. So again, basically each franchise has the 100-player pool. 40 players at random were selected for year one. The remaining 60 guys are going to come in 4 at a time in the rookie draft each season. Plus, a 5th player, a random Negro League player, will also join each franchise. So I can assimilate Negro League guys into the league as well. There's a base hit there for Chapman. Roped into center. And it's basically the way it works is so the game will run its own draft as Manny Ramirez steps in of fictional draftees that the game creates. So basically, like if the Indians draft, if the Indians' first round draft pick is a third baseman, well then I'll go to the Indians pool and the random generator will spit out one of the remaining third basemen in the pool, and that's who the Indians will take with that slot. And that's how I'll do it throughout the run. Thanks. It just took a little bit of a different approach, to a project. I mean, I had done franchise stars projects for years for all different baseball games and stuff like that, but I wanted to do something that had a little more staying power than a regular franchise stars project, because a regular franchise stars project is great in theory. But what happens is, runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. Chapman steals second, and the Indians have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the fourth. What happens with the regular franchise stars project, particularly for a deep, a team with a lot of depth to it, is after your first couple of guys, the rest of those great players will never see the light of day because they're buried behind 2, amazing players. With this kind of a format, guys, their initial contracts are based with however many years they were with the club. Up to 10. 10 is the biggest contract you can get. This one's popped up. Joe Harris goes out there. He can't get to it. It falls in. Betts gets the throw in home. Harris couldn't get to that one. Manny Ramirez dunks a single down the right field line. Chapman had to hold up to see whether that ball was going to be caught. So Chapman has to hold at third. But now Monboquette in trouble. First and third, nobody out. Here's Jim Thome. Bernard Strom has joined us. How are you, sir? Yeah, that blunder is on Harris. I mean, Chapman certainly had to hold up there. Breaking ball, Thome, ground ball to second. Door's going to flip. Valentin on the first. 4-6-3. Double play. Run will score. Cleveland's on the board. But the double play by Thome, at this point, the Red Sox will take that trade-off. Hit will the door. Door gets the quick flip to Valentin. Valentin was already waiting at the bag. Thome was not going to beat anything out. So now the bases are clear. The Indians do have the first run of the ball game. Here's Napoleon Lajoie with 2 out. Hard ground ball, but right at Bobby Doerr, who throws him out, and the side is retired. But the Indians get one home. And now we'll see if Sam McDowell can make it hold up. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Cleveland 1, Boston nothing. Good to see Chapman getting some love, yes. Carl Mays is not on anybody right now. He's in the pool somewhere, but no, he's not with the team at the moment. I'm trying to remember where who Mays is with. Blanking at the moment. So McDowell faces Reggie Smith, ground ball to the right side. Lajoie has it, throws Smith out, and there's one away. So Sam McDowell fanning Ted Williams with the bases loaded in the bottom of the third. Could prove to be a turning point in this game. Here's Joe Harris. Harris 0 for 1. Harris not coming up with that shallow pop-up in the last inning also could be a turning point. Harris hits this one well, though. This is deep to left. Manny's back by the monster. Puts it away. A step in front of the wall. So 2 down. Here in the 4th. Here's Bobby Doerr. I trust all went well picking up your son, Bernard. McDowell deals fastball in there for a called strike. McDowell, a very erratic season, 13-12, 4.77 earned run average. McDowell's key is really simple. When McDowell keeps his walks down, he's one of the better pitchers in the game. When walks are a problem, he struggles. Base hit up the middle here. It's a 2-out single. Glad to hear that. Good. So Doerr's on with the 2-out single. Here's Jimmy Collins. Collins is 0 for 1. Collins popped out. Curveball in there for a called strike. Yes, those are the standings, how the league ended up. Yeah, it keeps track of all that stuff. This game is incredible. It really, really is. And there's another breaking ball snapped off from McDowell. He gets him looking. Collins goes down, and we're through 4. Sam McDowell is throwing a terrific gem for the Indians at the moment. Outdueling Bill Monboquette as we head to the top of the 5th. Indians lead at 1-0. Here's Jose Ramirez. Little stuff like that, like the scoreboards reflecting the out-of-town scores and the standings from around the league and all that stuff. It does stuff like that. And then you'll see a guy will go and hit a home run, and it'll show a clip of him at the end of the inning, and he's wearing the other team's uniform. Like, the little stuff that they get right is amazing, and then there's stuff that they miss. It's like, how did you guys not catch that during testing? But it's a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal game. I get blown away watching the whole thing transpire, truly. Getting the ratings right where I want them is a lot of work, but the payoff is very, very good. 2-2 count here as Monboquette works to Ramirez. Fastball off the outside corner. Bill Monboquette is throwing a very strong game here. He's just being bested. That is a borderline pitch. Monboquette wondering where that one was. Ramirez takes the leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Michael Brantley. Brantley 0 for 1. He grounded out in the 2nd. Fastball up high. Runner goes. They send Ramirez, and he's in there safely. Jose Ramirez steals 2nd, and Cleveland has a base runner in scoring position here in the top of the 5th. Varitek's throw a little high, sails a little bit, but I think Ramirez would have had that anyway. Looped out in the left field, coming on Williams. He's not going to get there. Ramirez is around 3rd. Ted Williams' throw comes home, but it won't be in time. Jose Ramirez scores, and it's a bloop base hit. Michael Brantley, and it is a 2-0 Cleveland lead. Brantley fights it off down the left field line. Brantley's made a couple of significant plays in this game. This hit, he made a great play by the Green Monster before. He played a ball, Betts' double in the corner he played well to keep the run from scoring as well. So Brantley has done a good job here in this decisive Game 5. Here's Victor Martinez. He's 0 for 1. Flew out back in the 3rd. Fastball in there for a called strike. So now Monboquette has to try to keep this at bay. 2-0 is doable. You don't want to let it get out of hand. There's a shot out to left again. Another one slapped in front of Ted Williams. That's not Williams' fault. That's just a good piece of hitting. Not as though Williams should have gotten to either one of those. But another base hit for the Indians, and you got to wonder if there's going to be bullpen action soon. Here's Andres Jimenez. Fastball misses inside. Monboquette takes a peek. Jimenez out into right. Betts is there. Makes the catch. Runner will not try to tag. Good, strong throw from Mookie Betts. He's got a hose out there. Runners won't advance, and there's one away. So now here's Harry Bay. Bay 0 for 2, a pair of ground outs, 5 for 16 in the series. And we all need to read more. I read all day. And it's funny because I don't read for pleasure anymore because my whole job is reading. Which is kind of depressing in a way, actually, because I do love a good book. I miss writing is what I miss. Like writing like fiction and stuff like that. Breaking ball tapped up the first base line. Monboquette gets there. His only play is to first. He gets Bay. Runners move up. That basically serves the purpose of a sacrifice. So here's Ray Chapman. Second and third, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Chapman is 1 for 2. He's 7 for 20 in the series. First pitch from Monboquette. Chapman lines it in the center. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. They wave the second run around. Here's the throw home. Out at the plate is Victor Martinez. So the second run is thrown out, but the first one counts, and the Indians have a 3-0 lead midway through. We head to the bottom of the 5th at Fenway, and the Red Sox have some work to do. So here's Sam McDowell to face John Valentin. Fastball on the corner for strike 1. So now can McDowell put a shutdown inning in here after the crooked number. Ties up Valentin, strike 2. There's a shot. Valentin stays with that, and McDowell's going to wish he had that pitch back. 0-2 gives Valentin one he can handle, and he laces it into center for a leadoff base hit. Yeah, the Ray Chapman story is certainly a sad one. He was a fine player. He really was. So here's Jason Varitek. Varitek 0 for 1. Waits on the curveball, but pulls it foul. Awaiting the winner of this game, the 111-win Oakland A's, who swept the California Angels in the other division series. Curveball in the dirt. Varitek swings at it, and the count goes 0-2. Excuse me. The A's beat the Angels in 3 one-run games. Fastball fouled off. Oh, 2 the count. Fastball called strike. Varitek gets frozen. 4th strikeout for McDowell. Varitek takes a seat, and there's 1 down. So here's Mookie Betts. Top of the order for the Sox. Betts pops it foul, drifting towards the seats, and it'll get out of play. Red Sox certainly don't need all 3 runs at once, but you would want to see them start to piece away at this here. Curveball just misses down and in. Fastball up and in, 2-1. Caught by Matt Damon. As long as it's not Ben Affleck, because that guy's a jerk. Fastball there, Betts fouls it off. Well, if that would mean that J-Lo is at the game, then I guess Ben Affleck can come. 2-2 the count. McDowell working the Betts, Valentin on first. Oh, changeup locks Betts up. Strike 3. Sam McDowell is dealing. Strikeout number 5. And that'll bring up Dom DiMaggio. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. McDowell is mixing his pitches and his location beautifully. He walked the two guys back to back. I believe that was back in the 3rd inning. Other than that, he's just been really, really solid. DiMaggio check swing on the fastball. It's a called strike anyway. Count goes to 0-2. McDowell deals. Curveball. DiMaggio loops it over Lajoie's head. It's a base hit in the right field. Valentin holds at second. So now the Sox have 2 men on. There are 2 outs, however.
The left fielder, number 9, Ted.
And now here comes Ted Williams. And McDowell has remarkably, he has served Ted Williams his lunch in his first 2 at-bats today. Lord knows Ted Williams can turn that around in a hurry. McDowell obviously a tough lefty, but Ted Williams never much concerned about whether he was facing righties or lefties. Can McDowell get past Williams a 3rd time? This is outside for ball 1. Curveball down and in. Count goes to 2-0. So now you put Williams in a hitter's count as the tying run. Reggie Smith waits on deck. Slider in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Todd B is concerned. There's a fastball. Williams fouls it off, but now McDowell has gotten himself back to 2-2. Crowd in Boston getting in their feet. They want something out of their star. And he struck him out with the slider again. Sam McDowell has gotten Ted Williams 3 times. We are through 5 here in Boston. Indians hold on to the 3-0 lead. So here's Manny Ramirez, 2 for 2, a pair of singles. He's gotten him with the slider all 3 times. All 3 times he's gotten him. Fastball misses down low. Fritz Ostermuller and Derek Lowe throwing in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Monboquette has not been bad. Sam McDowell has been outstanding. Ramirez grounds a base hit in the hole. So Manny leads off with a single. That is a problem that Monboquette has had these last few innings. He's let the leadoff man on. Jimmy Collins kind of threw himself on the ground there. Wasn't really close to that. So they let Monboquette start. But as soon as there's a base runner, he's coming out of this game. So Bill Monboquette goes 5, allows 3 runs, leaves with the deficit, and now the Red Sox turn to the bullpen. Couldn't let him have too long a leash in this one. And Cy Young is going to be the one who comes in out of the pen. Young passed up for this start, was put out in the pen, Again, Young got knocked around pretty hard in Game 2. But now they're going to ask him to back Monboquette up. So he had apparently finished his warm-ups before we saw that last bullpen clip. He comes in to face Jim Thome. Thome yanks it foul. It's 0-1. Young comes to the set. Fastball misses down low. The Sox turn to Pedro Martinez on 3 days rest. In Game 4, that proved to be the right call because Pedro was outstanding. Big curveball from Young. Thome lays off of it. It's 2-1. Fastball away, 3-1. Napoleon Lajoie swings in the on-deck circle for the Indians. I love that angle in this game. That shot looks so cool. Fastball misses up and inside, ball 4. So Young comes in, walks Thome, and now here's Lajoie. Lajoie 1 for 2, singled in the second. Fastball in there for a called strike. If you have not as of yet, if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. If you haven't banged the like button, if you're enjoying the broadcast, kindly do me the honor of banging the like button as well. 1-1 count as Young works to Lajoie. Ground ball through the right-hand side. Diving stop. Bobby Doerr, what a play. Lajoie beats it out at first. They get the force at second. Bobby Doerr saves a run and gets the out. Terrific play by Bobby Doerr, not just to make the grab, but to cut down the runner at second. And now here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 1. Fastball on the outside corner. It's okay, Nathaniel. It's all good, man. It's all good. I don't look into this stuff enough. But supposedly, like, the more likes you get, the easier your stuff comes up in people's searches and views and whatnot. So, strike there. Ramirez checks his swing, but Young gets the call anyway. Count goes to 0-2. Young breathes deeply, looks in. Ground ball past the diving Collins, and it's 4-0 Cleveland. Jose Ramirez smacks one in the hole, and the Indians have taken a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. Great piece of hitting by Jose Ramirez. So now here's Michael Brantley. The Boston crowd getting a little bit loud and not in a good way. That one misses inside for ball 1. Brantley 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He also scored a run. Another one misses down and in. That is 2 borderline calls. It seems like the pitches inside to lefties are getting squeezed. Fastball there from Young, swung on and missed. First and second, 1 out. Top of the 6th here in Game 5. The deciding game of the American League Division Series, the Indians lead it 4-0, and Sam McDowell has been dominant. So the Red Sox have some work to do. First order of business is to get out of this top of the 6th. Fastball misses down low. Count is full. Victor Martinez is on deck. Curveball away. Brantley tries to serve it out there, but it goes foul. Young looks in. Curveball. Brantley rips it down the line. Just foul. Just foul. If that ball was fair, you've got 2 runs in, and that might have put the nail in the coffin for the Sox. Brantley down to first. Harris has it. Throws to Valentin. Back to Harris. 3-6-3 double play, and the side is retired. So Young comes in, keeps things from getting out of hand. Now we head to the bottom of the 6th, and the Boston Red Sox, time getting short. They trail 4-0. Here's Reggie Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out. Sam McDowell has been terrific through 5. Fastball misses off the plate. It's 1-0. Fastball blows it past Reggie Smith. Counts 1-1. There's a shot down the right field line. Slicing but foul. One hopper into the seats. And the count is 1-2. Nathaniel notes Red Sox have to score this inning. I'm inclined to agree with you. Even if it's just a run, they just need to get something to break through. Two-two pitch from McDowell. Smith tries to hold up on the changeup, but he can't, and there's one away. I believe that is the 6th strikeout for McDowell. Here's Joe Harris. Harris 0 for 2. Slider in there for strike 1. McDowell is just plain dealing. There's no other way to put it. All of his pitches are working. His location has been great. He has just shown no sign of slowing down in this one. Fastball gasses Harris, 0-2. McDowell at 78 pitches here in the 6th, so his pitch count is right where he'd want it. This is one down the right field line, slicing away. Brantley near the seats and puts it away. Michael Brantley, his second nice catch near the stands in that little foul territory area down near the pesky pole. 2 down. Here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr's 1 for 2. Fastball, and that is a generous call. Facing lefties, Monboquette and Young both were getting squeezed on that corner. That one is called a ball. McDowell seeing how far he can stretch that strike zone out a bit. One and one the count. Changeup got away from him. Almost hit Doerr. Count goes to 2-1. There's a shot down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Doerr rounds first, but he holds up. Played well by Manny off the embankment there. But Doerr is on with a single. Now in steps Jimmy Collins. That one just over the bag. Manny gets a fortuitous bounce off the wall there. Collins is 0 for 2. Fastball in there for a called strike. Played well by Manny, something you don't hear a lot. No, he had a butcher of a play. It was a game 4. Ball over his head. He ran into the wall, smacked his face, stumbled around like a drunken sailor. But he actually has made a couple of decent plays. He had made a decent play in one of the first 2 games of the series at Fenway too. But yeah, he made a terrible throw in one of the games also. So it's Manny being Manny. It's kind of a box of chocolates kind of thing. Pitch down in the dirt. Runner's going to take second. So Dorr gets into scoring position on the wild pitch by McDowell. One and two. 2 down. McDowell to Collins. And gets him flailing at the changeup. Sam McDowell, strikeout number 7. He's through 6. So are we. We head to the top of the 7th. Indians lead the Red Sox 4-0. Cy Young is going to stay in, and he's going to face Victor Martinez. Martinez is 1 for 2. He's singled in the 5th. Fastball misses inside. Young needs a clean inning here. Boston cannot let this deficit get worse. Fly ball out to right. Betts kind of took an uncharacteristically awkward route to that ball, but he makes the grab for out number 1. Here's Andres Jimenez. Jimenez 0 for 2. He is struck out and flown out. And if you did not get the chance, earlier on today, the National League Division Series Game 5 between the Expos and Cardinals took place. From Busch Stadium, Steven Strasburg and Max Lanier is the pitching matchup there. I usually don't like giving results of games that I broadcast within 24 hours of them, so I won't spoil it for you in case you have not gotten to watch it yet. But a good game. Squares the bunt, bunts a foul. So 1 and 2, the count to Jimenez. Here's the pitch. Fly ball down the left field line, slicing. It's going to fall in and into the seats, and that's going to be a ground rule double for Andres Jimenez. Folks, that's how you know you're living right if you're the Cleveland Indians. Dunker in there, and it bounces into the crowd. So now Jimenez is on second with the 1-out double, and here is Harry Bay. Throw to second on the pickoff. Jimenez dives back to try the daylight play there with Valentin. But Jimenez was able to get his hand back in time. Harry Bay out to right. Betts is there. Makes the catch. Runner won't tag. Perfect strike from Betts into third. He likes showing off that arm. So 2 down. Here's Ray Chapman. Chapman 2 for 3. Pair of singles, a run scored, a run driven in. Fastball in there for a called strike. The first broadcast I did for this project, an exhibition game I did for it, was Red Sox Cardinals Cy Young against Bob Gibson. That was months and months ago. I was still in the building stages of this project. Swung on and missed. So good job there by Young to get out of the inning. 7th inning stretch. Coming down the home stretch, perhaps, of the Red Sox season. They've got to get something going. Indians lead it 4-0. So here's John Valentin, 1 for 1, singled back in the 5th. Sam McDowell at 87 pitches as he starts the 7th. Valentin down to third. Ramirez has it. Throw to first, and there's 1 down. You're starting to get that kind of hangdog look to the Red Sox that they just are sensing it's not their day. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek 0 for 2. Sam McDowell has been spectacular for the Indians. First pitch, Varitek, a drivable pitch, but he fouls it off. Another fastball, Varitek fouls another one off. You see those pitch counts. Really only one laborious inning for McDowell. Varitek up the middle. That's a base hit. Todd B says, I hope Jose Mesa isn't in the building. I'm blanking. I don't believe Mesa. I mean, Emmanuel Clase is the closer. I don't think Mesa is one of the other relievers. I'm actually blanking on it right now, but I don't think he is. Up the middle. Oh, my goodness. What a play, Napoleon Lajoie. Robs him of the hit up the middle, steps on the bag, throws the first double play, and the 7th inning has come to a close. So we head to the 8th. It's the heart of the order coming up for the Indians against Cy Young. Manny Ramirez is 3 for 3. And the Indians have just done everything right. It's really that simple. Fast pitch there. Ramirez swings and misses. It's 0-1. Another fastball called strike. Yeah, I apologize. You know what? It's funny. Because the way I announce this, like I get into a rhythm and I forget that I can hit the controller and pause the game and like go and do a replay. And I don't think about it, and then it goes, like, because once you've gone like one pitch past it, you can't go back to that replay anymore. But I should use that more often, because there are some good plays that I want to, close plays too, like when there are close plays at a base, I want to see those. Manny, deep drive to left. Ted Williams back at the monster, puts it away. Williams knocks some dirt out of his spikes on the warning track. As Beatles notes, Lajoie is a beast in any game. You know, and it's funny because he started off this season really, really poorly, but the whole Indians team did. You know, that Central was begging for somebody to take advantage as Tomei rips one right down to Joe Harris for out number 2. Yes, Nathaniel, it's PS5. But nobody could get away from Cleveland. Cleveland was in 4th, but they could get a game up on them, 2 games up on them, whatever. And the Indians were able to hang around even when they weren't playing well. And then when they turned it on after the All-Star break, they ended up running away with the division. Lajoie was a big part of that. Like I said, he had at least 23-game hitting streak, and then he got hurt, and he was out for a while. But then he finished off the season pretty strong still. He ended up, I don't remember where he ended up, but it was somewhere in the high 2s. He didn't break 300, but I suspect that will come with time. And on cue, this sends a base hit in the center, 2-out single for Lajoie. Right back through the box. Yes, when the Tribe gets weaker, we've also got to remember the Tribe are doing this in this series, and Larry Dolby is out. Larry Dolby got hurt late in the season. Because, Harry Bay was basically like a pinch runner for them and defensive replacement sometimes. Larry Dolby is the starting center fielder for this Indians squad, and Dolby is out. Dolby drove in over 100 runs. The real question for the Indians is if they can pitch. And that one gets past Varitek. Runner doesn't try to go, though. That was misread. And the runner stays. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Varitek has to dig it out of the dirt. Throws to first. Jose Ramirez busting it down the line. kudos to him there, but Varitek gets him. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. DiMaggio, Williams, and Smith for the Red Sox. Something needs to happen here for Boston. And Sam McDowell, after the very short 7th inning, will come out to start the 8th. He's at 92 pitches. Fastball misses up high. Steve Carsey and Stan Williams throwing in the Indians' bullpen. You remember, in Game 1, McDowell breezed through the first 7 again, and then he gave up 3 runs in the 8th. Boston will try to replicate that in this one. Yes, exactly, Todd. That's the thing, they do so much stuff right. Oh, and McDowell, that one gets away from him. He hits DiMaggio, and now here's Ted Williams. And this has really been the key to this game. Ted Williams has struck out 3 times against Sam McDowell. Don't get used to saying Ted Williams has struck out 3 times, because you might not say it again in his career here. But McDowell has had his number. Misses down low for ball 1. Misses away with the slider. It's 2-0. Reggie Smith waits on deck, hoping for a chance to do some damage with runners on. Changeup misses down low. Williams spits on it. I'm not sure if today, in this situation, you can give Williams the green light here. Even Ted Williams. Fastball, that's a high strike call. Fastball at the letters. Counts 3-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and Williams fouls it off. Yanked it hard, but foul. So McDowell has worked the count back full. Change up. Williams stays with it and fouls it off. Samuel L. Jackson. They got shaft in the on-deck circle. Full count. McDowell works. Strike 3 called on the corner. 9th strikeout for McDowell. The 4th time he's gotten Williams. That time he gets him looking. And that seemed like a generous call. But when you're throwing as well as McDowell is, you get those calls. 9th strikeout for Sam McDowell. As Bernard Strom has previously said, as have millions of others in the annals of baseball history, if Ted Williams didn't swing at it, it wasn't a strike. Fly ball to left, Manny puts it away, Smith is retired, and there are 2 men down. And you have sensed the air get sucked out of Fenway. Here's Joe Harris. Harris is 0 for 3. He flew out in the 6th. McDowell at 104 pitches. Changeup is in there for a called strike. Every pitch of McDowell's is working. His heater has been great. His curveball, his slider, his changeup. He's got all 4 pitches working, and he hasn't had the control problems. Yeah, that last pitch to Williams, and honestly 2 of the strikes to Williams in that at bat, because that high strike was borderline too. You can't be disrespecting the splinter like that and calling those 2 pitches strikes. Harris, fly ball shallow right. Brantley's underneath it. Puts it away, and we're 1 inning away from the Indians knocking off the Sox. Brantley, Martinez, and Jimenez come up for Cleveland in the 9th. Sam McDowell, the performance of a lifetime here in Game 5. Here's Michael Brantley, 1 for 3, single and an RBI, the run scored. Cy Young stays in. Curveball misses away. Will be interested to see how the Indians handle the ninth. Yes, McDowell's count is a bit high. Bernard says, guess this is in 1999. It doesn't look like it at the moment, my friend. Your Sox have run into a buzzsaw on the mound tonight. That one's laced the other way, down the left field line, slicing foul. Curveball, slapped down to third. Collins has it, throws over to first, and there's one away. If you are so inclined, check out, as Victor Martinez steps in, I had the final standings and the final leaders for the regular season posted to the website. Those are up. I'll have the individual team stats all posted too as I get the stories written. After this game, I'll do a write-up story of all 4 division series. And that'll accompany the individual team stats being uploaded on the website. So Martinez flies out. There's 2 away. Here's Andres Jimenez. Jimenez 1 for 3. He doubled in the 7th. Ground rule double down the left field line. Fastball called strike. Curveball there, fouled off. So Young is ahead of Jimenez, 0-2. Young winds the arm up and deals. Fastball swung on and missed. Jimenez goes down. So now the Red Sox. Dorr, Collins, and Valentin due up. 3 outs to come up with 4 runs. We'll see how the Indians handle the pitching to start the ninth. And Sam McDowell's going to stay in. 108 pitches. Shown no sign of slowing down. Bobby Dorr starts things off. Fastball misses down low. Fastball's in there for a call strike. It's 1-1. Dorr fouls that one off. 1-2 the count. Again, the Indians finish this off. Whoever wins this game faces the Oakland A's in the ALCS. Dorr pulls it inside the third base line. That's a fair ball. Down into the corner. Manny digs it out. Seems to kind of get frozen against the wall a little bit. And he threw him out. Are you kidding? Manny Ramirez. Oh, my remote died. My controller is out of battery, so I can't pause and replay that. Manny Ramirez goes into the corner, gets stuck against the wall. That was such a Manny Ramirez play. And then goes and throws a strike to gun down Bobby Dorr at second. The Indians are just plain living right in this one, folks. There is no other way to describe what has gone on here. I mean, yes, Sam McDowell's been great, but you get a play like that. Manny Ramirez gunning him down. Man, if you've seen it in this series, Manny's arm rating and his arm accuracy rating, not good at all. Base hit through the right-hand side. And now, how big does that seem? Dorr getting thrown out at second. Look at that line by McDowell. 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. No runs in 8 1/3, 116 pitches. I mean, if you've got first and second right now and nobody out, As a Red Sox fan, you're feeling a little bit of faith. World's Worst Gamer has joined us. How are you, man? Creepy Red Sox alien guy. Don't really know what his significance is, but he's dancing on the dugout. Pitch from McDowell. Curveball in there for a strike. When you're getting an outfield assist from Manny Ramirez, you know it's your night. Slider doesn't break, misses away. One and one the count. High fly ball to left. Ramirez comes on. He's there, puts it away for out number 2, and the Red Sox are down to their final out.
Now batting, number 33.
Sam McDowell digs at the mound. Jason Varitek steps in. He's 1 for 3. McDowell delivers. Fastball in there for a called strike. Uh-oh, your 1961 Yankees are not doing well in OOTP? Curveball in there for a called strike. McDowell ahead of Varitek 0-2. Looking for the 10th K of the game. Fastball, Varitek takes it. McDowell gets the sign and delivers. Varitek through the right-hand side for a base hit. The Red Sox stay alive, and they're going to roll the order over. If you're managing the Indians, do you get McDowell out of here now? We have not shown the bullpen. I'm not sure who's out there right now. Gotta feel like Clase has to be warming up. Here's Mookie Betts. Fastball misses high. It's 1-0. Betts 1 for 4. He doubled in the third. And now Dorr getting thrown out really looks big. Betts through the right side. It's a base hit. Runner being waved around. That's a terrible decision. He's in and he scores, but that's a horrible decision. RBI single for Mookie Betts. The runner scores. Your run means nothing. If that had ended with him getting thrown out at the plate, there would have been a riot in Boston. And that's going to be the end for Sam McDowell. 1 out away from a complete game. Still a phenomenal performance by the Indians starter. And here's Emmanuel Clase. Had the save in game 1 of this series. Now he will try to close this one out and send the Red Sox home. Send the Indians into the ALCS. Here's Dom DiMaggio. One for 2. He singled in the 5th, batting .400 in the series. Ted Williams looms on deck. Fastball in there for a called strike, and Clase is ahead of DiMaggio 0-2. You know Ted Williams would love another crack at this game. Slider misses away. Every Red Sox fan in this place is hoping that Williams gets a chance. But Dom DiMaggio has to come through first. 1-2 the count. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Cutter just high. 2-2. Clase deals. Slider, weakly hit towards short. DiMaggio can run a bit. Chapman charges, throws to first. They get him, and the ball game is over. The Cleveland Indians have taken the American League Division Series in 5 games. Ted Williams left standing on deck without the opportunity to try to win it. The Cleveland Indians will face the Oakland A's and try to slay the beast. Sam McDowell was exceptional in this one. 8 2/3, 9 strikeouts, 1 run, 2 walks. Scattered the 10 hits. But Cleveland got some great defensive plays. Napoleon Lajoie made a couple. Michael Brantley made a couple. Even Manny, again, Bobby Doerr, going for the double there. That's not really bad. Doerr going for the double wasn't really a bad decision there. Manny Ramirez has about a 10% chance of making an on-target throw, and he did it. You know, that's just kind of the way Cleveland was living. Cleveland was living right. The only bad decision, and it ended up not really costing them, was sending that runner there at the end. That was just ridiculous. That's one thing I'm probably going to, I mentioned this in the earlier broadcast, I'll be looking at after this season is over, before next season. I'm going to do a little bit more testing with the base running sliders because I think they're a touch over-aggressive. But I've got to find a balance between that and not cutting the steals down as much, because that slider affects general base running aggressiveness and steal attempts. So I've got to find the happy middle ground there, because I kind of like where steals are in the league. It's back at a time when stolen bases were more of a thing. I mean, this year now, you know, we've got the pizza box bases, and you cannot allow to throw over and all that kind of nonsense, you know, fake rules and whatever. But up until this season, you know, this is more, I kind of designed this to be more hopefully coming in at like 70s and 80s style baseball, like final numbers and that kind of stuff. And I succeeded in that regard. But anyway, that's a slider I'll be looking to mess with in between seasons. Yeah, fun series, as Todd notes. Beatles notes, Tribe versus A's will be awesome. It's just a matter of can Cleveland pitch well enough? But Cleveland should be excited by seeing what the Angels did, because the Angels kept that A's lineup largely at bay in that series. And if the Angels' rotation can do it, then Cleveland's rotation can do it. You know, so, and if they can, this Cleveland lineup can bang. You know, the A's are the favorites. I still think the A's are the favorites to win it all. But Cleveland will give them a test. I absolutely think Cleveland will give them a test. Their bats are all kind of rolling right now. Manny's gotten hot. Lajoie's gotten hot in the second half of this series after not doing anything in the first couple of games. So that should be a fun one. But that will wrap up this broadcast. I thank you guys, as always, for joining me here. This playoff has been great. It's been a lot of fun. I kind of wanted to see Ted Williams get up there. Who won the season series? Let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second. If I get disconnected, I apologize. Let me see I'm hoping that my mic is working here. If somebody let me know in the chat if you can hear my mic, because I had to switch from my external mic to the controller, because I had to plug the controller in because it was out of battery. But let me see if we can get down. We'll check the box score here real quick for this game. All right, perfect. Thank you, Todd. Check out the box scores there. You'll see that line. We'll see the Red Sox. I mean, 3 hits from Bobby Doerr. Doerr did his part. Man, Ted Williams, I mean, when are you going to see that happen to Ted Williams? Sam McDowell should go into the FSBL Hall of Fame just for doing what he did to Ted Williams in this game. 328 during the season for Williams, 38 home runs, 100-something RBIs. Actually, he was just shy of 100 RBIs. I think he had like 98 or 99 RBIs. But I mean, he's Ted Williams. Like, you get him like McDowell got him today. You're in good shape. All right, so let's see the Cleveland and the A's matchups during the season. So Cleveland, let's see, let's go September. They didn't play in September. August, no Oakland there. July, let me see. So they met in July. Nope, they didn't meet in July. Wow, when did they play? Early in the season? Oh, there you go. All right, there's a 4-game set. Indians took 3 of 4, actually, from June 9th to the 12th. And they won. And then they took 2 out of 3 the end of April into May. So they took 5 out. So Cleveland took 5 out of 7 during the regular season. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a very interesting one. So there's one day off. All right. So for Cleveland's issue right now is that they're not going to be able to start McDowell until Game 3. But then you'd be able to bring McDowell back for a Game 7 if you need it. But that's probably the biggest hang-up for the Indians heading into this A's series is that you're only going to get to pitch McDowell twice. But George Uhl was the better pitcher during the season. I mean, McDowell started the season as the number 1, but Uhl had the better season. He was terrific for them. So he'll probably go number 1, and then who would it be? Jim Bagby, maybe? I mean, that's the thing. Beyond McDowell and Uhl, I mean, Trevor Bauer's been erratic. Mel Harder could go too. But I mean, can Cleveland pitch with Oakland is going to be the issue. Oakland's going to send out Rube Waddell, Lefty Grove, Tim Hudson, and if they need a fourth starter, Tim Hudson or Catfish Hunter. Like that's your 4-man for Oakland, and Cleveland's got to be able to hang with that. That is a tough order. Rube Waddell is probably going to win the best pitcher, outstanding pitcher for the season. Bauer erratic. Yeah, I mean Bauer got knocked around because Bauer got the Game 4 start. Cleveland held McDowell back for Game 5, and Bauer went in Game 4, and that ended up 10-1 Boston. So, Trevor got lit up. I mean, during the course of the year, his ERA was a little bit over 4, but it's just asking Cleveland to pitch with that Oakland quartet is a really hard order for them, and because they swept California, the A's can set up their rotation perfectly too. So they're going to be able to start Rube Waddell in Game 1. So they're going to start Waddell and Grove and say, all right, go ahead, Cleveland, hang with us. Oakland's certainly the favorite there, but anything can happen. I mean, and certainly anything can happen. And again, I won't give the NLDS result away, but that looks to be a good. That should be a good fun series too. And but still on track. I said A's Giants at the start, and right now we kind of seem to be heading toward that. Giants knocked off the Mets in 4 games, and A's in 5. Well, Todd, expect nothing and you shall not be disappointed, But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a fun series, though. I think it's going to be a fun series, but I do think asking Cleveland's pitching as it stands right now, early win could also get into that rotation, but I forgot about him. But just asking them to hang with the A's is really hard. The A's really don't have a weakness. They may be a little weaker defensively than some teams, but I mean, they're not terrible by any stretch. I mean, they can run. Their draw was so good. I mean, they've got Fox and McGuire. They've got Reggie. They've got Ricky Henderson. So they got Frank Home Run Baker. So I mean, the A's just got they have a great pool of players, and they got a great draw. So the A's are going to win the West for 5 years. I feel like, at least. I mean, because the other teams just need to have a perfect crop of players. The other teams in that AL West need to have a perfect crop of players to even be able to hang with them. But anyway, that's why we play the games. So we'll see what happens. So up next, the League Championship Series will start. Um, I don't know when my next broadcast will be. It'll probably be at some point this weekend. Um, but if not this weekend, it may not actually end up happening until Monday. We will see. But anyway, I thank you guys, as always, for checking out and chatting. Be sure to check out each other's channels as well. Lots of guys on here doing great stuff. Bernard and Dwayne Martz and Beatles and Sports Time Machine. And if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize. But check out each other's stuff. Continue to support the great group we've got here in this hobby. Greatly appreciated. If you have not, like and subscribe, kindly do so. Again, the final season standings and leaderboards are posted on the website. I posted that comment here on YouTube earlier on, so you can go and check that out. The link to the website is in the profile, and you can go kind of poke around there. Until then, guys, thanks again. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Cleveland Indians take down the Red Sox in 5. The League Championship Series is set. Indians and A's will start in the next couple days. Be good, guys.